Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and this is your driver ratings and team ratings to the Monaco Grand Prix. All teams and drivers covered as I rate them out of 10. Let's get started. Max Verstappen, 10, absolute 10. P1 in qualifying, P1 in a race. Them changeable conditions did not faze him one bit. Absolutely fantastic by the Dutchman on his way to a third world title, because no one in the moment has got the car to compete with him, honestly. Sergio Perez, 0, absolutely 0. I mean, 0, simple as that. We called Gasly and Albon out for when he was doing badly, and that was up there with Gasly and Albon for Perez this weekend. Honestly, shocking. Nowhere near good enough. Clearly, in the fastest car on the grid, and in qualifying, he just bins it, and then in the race had contacts, damaged his front wing. Yeah, awful weekend by Sergio Perez. 0. And if I could give -1, absolutely I would give -1. Shocking. No excuses. Charles Leclerc, 7. Yes, I give Charles Leclerc a 7. Well, he qualified P3, but then had to go back to P6, a P then, obviously, Lando Norris in the tunnel. But in the race, he was decent, so yeah, I'll give him a 7. Carlos Sainz, 5. Now, I'm marking Sainz down because he did make contact in the race and damage his front wing. Was too eager, trying to make the overtake, and yeah, got it badly wrong. Was trying to make a move on Ocon and just, yeah, damaged his front wing, honestly. Bit clumsy that one, Carlos Sainz, it really was. Lewis Hamilton, 7. Yes, I give my driver, Lewis Hamilton, a 7. Originally, he was P6 in qualifying, but got promoted to P5, and then in the race, P4. I mean, got the strategy spot on. Yep, ahead of George Russell yet again. So, Lewis is doing great. He really is. George Russell, 7. Yes, I give George Russell a 7. P8 in qualifying, and I think in the race he was just behind Lewis Hamilton, actually. P5. So, yeah, I mean, decent points from Mercedes again. And we'll see what their car does in Barcelona with these upgrades, because at the moment in Monaco, you can't really judge it. But, yeah, we'll see how quick the Mercedes is next time out at Barcelona. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, 7. Yes, I give them both a 7. Oscar Piastri got into the points, and so did Lando Norris as well. So I say that's decent, McLaren. Pierre Gasly, 8. Yes, I give Pierre Gasly an 8. I think in the race he was, when I had to look, he was P7. So yeah, that's really good points there. Gasly, been very consistent this season, Pierre Gasly. Esteban Ocon, 10. Absolute 10 for Esteban Ocon. I mean, just incredible. In qualifying and in the race. P3, wow. On the podium. Superb by Esteban Ocon, honestly. Was not expecting that one bit, but fair play to the guy, honestly. My driver at the weekend, and obviously I'll be mentioning his name when we get on to my driver of the weekend. Nick de Vries, 7. Yes, I give Nick de Vries a 7. P12 in qualifying, and I think he finished, P13 in the race? Didn't score any points, so that was a much better weekend for Nick de Vries. He needed that. 1 for 1, Yuki Tsunoda, 9. Yes, I give Yuki Tsunoda 9. Yet again got into Q3, was running really well in the race, but unfortunately had problems with his brakes, so unfortunately had to, well, he still finished the race, but ended up finishing about P14, which was a shame, because he's doing really, really well. Fernando Alonso, 10, absolute 10. P2 in qualifying, P2 in the race. Wow, what can I say about Alonso? Just absolutely superb this season. He is lunging at Aston Martin. Lance Stroll, 0, absolutely 0. It's got to be a 0 for Lance Stroll. You got your teammate up in P2 and you're down in about P14, nowhere near good enough. That is just like the Lance Stroll of what I've known in F1. The last couple races, it's back to the Lance Stroll of old. The one who's been struggling. Fauci Bottas is 6. Yes, I can Fauci Bottas is 6. Not great in qualifying, but got to P11 in a race. Just finished outside the points, so that's really unlucky for Fauci Bottas. Just missing out on the points. Guan Yu Zhou, 5. I mean, it's really hard to get Guan Yu Zhou rating, isn't it? Because he's not great in qualifying, but sometimes he's better in the races. But yeah, I mean, or is he better in qualifying than he is in the race? It's one of them way rounds. But yeah, he is a hard driver to mark, isn't he? So 5. Yeah, not the best of weekends, I'm not going to lie. Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hulkenberg, 0 for the both of them. Haas just had absolutely no pace this weekend whatsoever. Their car just did not suit this track whatsoever. Alex Albon, 7. Yes, I give Alex Albon a 7. Got very close to getting into Q3, and in the race, the Williams just had absolutely no pace. Not his fault. He is doing everything he can in that Williams, Alex Albon. I mean, Albon is just, he's like what George Russell was in the Williams. Just very consistent, honestly. Logan Sargent, 0. Absolutely 0. I mean, well, this guy is looking out to his depth, isn't he? It's as simple as that, because obviously we called Nicholas Latifi out for being out of his depth. You got to do the same to Logan Sargent. He is nowhere near good enough. He span in the race. Just, I don't know what's going on. He did well in Bahrain, but yeah, looking way out of his depth. He really is. Team ratings: Red Bull 7. Yes, I think Red Bull was 7. I'm marking them down a bit because how crap Sergio Perez was this weekend. Max, though, phenomenal. Ferrari 6. Yes, I'm marking my own team down a little bit because that double stack was absolutely pathetic. Now, we've been good on strategy this season, but yesterday, this was our first major error of the season, really. So I'm not going to go too hard in on my team, but any more mistakes like that, I absolutely will be calling them out for that. But, like I said, they have been good most of the time. Where are we? Mercedes is 7. P4 and P5, really good points for them. McLaren 7, double points finish, that's outstanding for them. Alpine 7, absolutely amazing, honestly. Just what amazing performance by Ocon. AlphaTauri 7, Nick de Vries much better, 1-1, unlucky not to score any points. Aston Martin 7, Fernando Alonso great, Lance Stroll absolutely terrible. Alfa Romeo 6. Yeah, I mean, Bottas almost got the points, but Guan Yu Zhou just, yeah, like I said, it's so difficult to rate Guan Yu Zhou. It really is, give him a rating. Haas 0, shocking, no pace. Williams 5. Alex Albon, fantastic. Logan Sargent, awful. Fastest lap, Lewis Hamilton, 1 minute 15.650. Starting the race, Ocon. Worst driver of the weekend, Perez, by a country mile. You are in the Red Bull and you bin it in qualifying, then go for a gap in the race where there's absolutely no room. terrible by Checo Perez. Team of the weekend, Alpine. Actually, I'm going to give Alpine a higher rating. I'm going to give them an 8. I mean, they are my team of the weekend, honestly, because how good Esteban Ocon did. Worst team of the weekend by a country mile, Haas. Absolutely no pace whatsoever. So that's the driver ratings done. Team ratings done. For the Monaco Grand Prix, we move on to Barcelona next. Join me on Thursday for a preview to the Barcelona Grand Prix. Saturday for the qualifying review. Sunday for the race review. Then again for Monday for driver ratings and team ratings of Spanish Grand Prix. Monaco Grand Prix over. Wasn't all that exciting at all. If it wasn't for the rain, you probably would have had to give it a 0 out of 10. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is in Monaco. But, like I said, I never want to leave it. I never want to see Monaco leave the calendar because it's part of F1's DNA and history. It really is. But, yeah, I cannot wait for Barcelona. Bye-bye.